I'll tell you what this white supremacist is doing, y'all. This white supremacist has now signed executive order, signed sanctions against South Africa for their recent land seizure bill. He's ordering all aid to South Africa be halted, and he's ordering federal agencies to prioritize humanitarian relief and admission to the United States for Afrikaner refugees. So what Donald Trump is saying is, and remember, Elon Musk tweeted this a couple days ago, we need to bring these white South Africans to the United States. And just so everybody knows, Zachary, do you know 3 of the biggest billionaires supporting Donald Trump? Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, David Sachs, all 3 white children of apartheid.
That's shocking that in the same week that our president and our government decided to deny continuing to fund humanitarian aid and relief to the people of Gaza, a land that he got on a national stage and said that he wanted to take over to further colonize. He is now also saying that he wants to give financial recompensation to Afrikaners in South Africa.
This is what it says, Matt. The United States cannot support the government of South Africa's commission of rights violations in its country or its undermining United States foreign policy, which poses national security threats to our nation, our allies, our African partners, and our interest. Huh? Exactly how is South Africa actually doing that? And so, again, he lays out in here policy. It is the policy of the United States that as long as South Africa continues these unjust and immoral practices that harm our nation, whoa, I'm sorry. How does South Africa's land law harm us? The United States shall not provide aid or assistance to South Africa, and the United States shall promote the resettlement of Afrikaner refugees escaping government-sponsored race-based discrimination, including racially discriminatory property confiscation. Y'all, remember when he was trashing the Haitian immigrants? What he's saying is, hey, all you white people from South Africa, welcome home to the United States, Matt.
How are 334 million people being held hostage by 2 dudes? That's what's happening right now. Like, seriously, how does South Africa's land law affect us at all? Beyond that, if the 3 billionaires supporting you are all South African, why are we surprised by that? Like, I don't understand this. I do not understand this, because if this happened on a much smaller level, the response to this would be overwhelming and would be violent. Let's be honest. If 2 dudes came onto a block and tried to tell the people who live there how they were going to live, they would get forced off. And I understand he's the elected president of the United States, but I cannot understand this. How are we sitting here trying to apply rationalization to the patently irrational? What is the response beyond revolution? I don't understand it. Like, seriously, what do we do? Because it does not make sense to me that 2 people are holding an entire country hostage in a country that purports to have a history of standing up against tyrants. This is patent tyranny. I mean, I don't understand what we do beyond taking different action, because I don't understand how we're at this point, and I don't understand how we're all allowing it to continually being pushed out, the bounds, right? That's why all these executive orders are coming out. It's all about testing the law and seeing how far you can go, and the courts are not going to respond quickly enough. I don't understand, like, how this is happening and how we're watching it happen in real time, and we're not responding differently.
First of all, it's happening, and this is for all of you folks, FBA, B1 or not, who sat here and said, oh, y'all are shills, y'all are all in the pocket of the Democrats, y'all are all covering up. And so, oh, he's going to make America great again. And so what happens? Casey loses in Pennsylvania. Sherrod Brown loses in Ohio. Okay? That's 2 seats right there. Then you have the other losses. So the Democrats lost the Senate. You had you had political gerrymandering in North Carolina. Those 3 seats in North Carolina, that's how Republicans have the majority in the House. And so you have no lever of government that can actually hold them accountable. Because the Republicans, they ain't saying nothing. And they're not going to say anything.
No, they're encouraging it.
Yes. They're not going to say a word.
Yeah, and many of them are cowards. Many of them are afraid of Donald Trump. They're afraid of the 1,500 domestic terrorists that Donald Trump gave a pardon to and released. But let me just tie a few threads together. This makes perfect sense. The reason why, if you go back, I think it was 2018 when Donald Trump was president before.
He wanted white folks to come in.
He said, why are we having people come from S-hole countries like Haiti and things like this? He said, why can't we have more people come from countries like Norway? OK, he wanted to increase the numbers of white immigrants coming to this country. He talked about in October 2024, I think it was. He put out a video. This is leading up to the November election. He put out a video saying that he would give reparations in this country to white people that were harmed when it came to discriminatory practices in the United States. OK, when he was president before, he accused South Africa of taking land from the white South Afrikaners. At the same time, this is the same accusation he's making against Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa. He just made that accusation a few days ago, and Ramaphosa said we're not doing that. So he doesn't need evidence. He just puts the lie out and then puts this out. And after they cut USAID, after they shut down USAID, OK, and for those who say we shouldn't give humanitarian aid to other countries, that's less than 1% of federal spending. OK, that's only about $40 billion. Federal spending, annual federal spending is $6 trillion for those that don't understand math. USAID was instrumental in dismantling apartheid in South Africa. Now you got this white supremacist, at one point, illegal immigrant, according to his brother, Elon Musk. And now many people think Elon Musk is the real president. Now they put sanctions on South Africa and they want to bring white South Africans here. This makes perfect sense. And if I wish Dr. Greg Carr was on this show right now, he'll give a whole dissertation. This is the white nationalism, not white nationalism and Christian white nationalism. This is a white supremacist wet dream come true. This makes perfect sense.
But again, Zachary, numerous times I laid out on this show. I'm sorry, not even just on this show, just real simple. Everything that's going on, every single thing that's going on.
There it is.
I laid out right here. I try to explain it to people. First of all, in 2009, when I was waiting to go on CNN with John Avlon, I laid out in the book, John and I were talking, and I said, John, I want you to understand something. We're living in the beginning stages of white minority resistance. He was like, the same John Avlon who's now in Congress. He was like, Roland, what do you mean? I said, well, white America, even though they represent a majority of the country, at that time, I think the number was 63, 67, I forgot what it was. I said to him, they are about to lose their minds. I said, they are about to show their true colors. They are about to go crazy because they cannot handle 2043 when America is going to become a nation that's majority people of color. And I said, you are about to see the reaction. For the last 16 years, that's what we've seen. Great replacement theory. Elon Musk is constantly tweeting about birthing rates and how America has low birth rates and how white European countries, they're not having enough children because they're freaking out that it's too many black people and Latinos. We can't have this. Germany, exact same thing. Angry with African immigrants. But Germany is losing population. Italy, losing population. These Western nations, and folks, there's a direct correlation to them swinging to the right wing in the face of this because they're trying to protect whiteness. And when Donald Trump last time called African nations shithole countries, and when he kept attacking Haitians and nations of, and actually said, oh, I forgot, was it Denmark or something? Can't we get people from like Denmark or whatever, one of those really white countries, Finland or whatever?
No way.
That's what he said. That's what he said. So this, the Afrikaners, oh my God, they're facing so much discrimination, despite the fact that they got the land because of discrimination against the overwhelmingly black country. Mm-hmm. This executive order by Donald Trump is about protecting whiteness. Go to it. It's about protecting whiteness. And the person who, y'all know that boy, I don't know nothing about this. The person who is driving this is the child of apartheid. The man who became of age in the racist apartheid system in South Africa, Elon Musk. And what federal agency played a huge role in ending the racist apartheid system in South Africa? USAID. Y'all, we told y'all about this. We told y'all what these white supremacists were trying to do. We kept saying it, but way too many folk, nah, we gonna pick the couch. Nah, we gonna sit this one out. We gonna teach y'all a lesson. Really? Really? It's actually happening, folks. White supremacists and white nationalists are in control of the government. And do understand, did we tell y'all the other day with regards to one of Elon Musk's tech guys who was fired because of racist tweets? Mm-hmm. Did y'all see what happened today? Did y'all see? Did y'all see where Donald Trump? Did y'all see where his vice president, J.D. Vance? Did y'all see what happened? J.D. Vance came out with tweets saying, you know what? I really think he needs to be rehired. I just think that, you know what? This is the Mediaite story. J.D. Vance angrily defends call for Doge to rehire racist troll who called to normalize Indian hate. And he just made a mistake. He just made a mistake. It's just, he goes, here's my view. I obviously disagree with some of Ella's posts, but I don't think stupid social media activity should ruin a kid's life. We shouldn't reward y'all listen to this. We shouldn't reward journalists who try to destroy people. Y'all, the Washington Journal reporter dug up the tweets. So he's now putting it on the reporter. We shouldn't reward journalists who try to destroy people ever. So I say bring him back. If he's a bad dude or a terrible member of the team, fire him for that. Roland responded to that. And then Elon got in on it. It was like, you know what? Yeah, good idea. Yeah, you're right. Guys, they want the racist working for them. And remember, the other racists we told you about, that guy Beatty. Remember the one who posted he had the tweet as recent as October 2024. First of all, this is what that racist posted on January 6, 2021. He was fired in the first time Trump was there. He posted this on January 21st. He said that Tim Scott, Ibram Kendi, Black Lives Matter, and K. Cole James of the Heritage Foundation all should need to learn their place and take a knee to MAGA. All black people. 2 of them prominent black Republicans. That's literally what this racist posted. Then this is what this same racist posted on October 4th, 2024. Competent white men must be in charge if you want things to work. Unfortunately, our entire national ideology is predicated on coddling the feelings of women and minorities and demoralizing competent white men. Y'all, that was 3 months ago. And have the Republicans said anything? No, because they welcome these racists in the administration. They welcome them. And you know what I did? I actually sent a tweet to Pastor Darrell Scott because he was constantly sitting here, trying to call other folks out. And so I literally sent him and I said, well, are you going to say anything? And no, I want y'all to go come on, right now, go to my iPad. Look right here. I have personally texted him my response. Do you see anything? Do you see anything from Pastor Darrell Scott condemning the hiring of racist white people in the administration? Not a word. Now, he called out Charlie Kirk for his attacks on the Civil Rights Act and MOK. I applaud him for that. But now that Trump is there, his boy, who he can call on the phone, he ain't saying a word. They want the racist in the administration. This is their agenda.
Support the African History Network, $, the AHN show, through Cash App, through PayPal, paypal.me/the AHN show. Here's our QR code for Cash App right here, the bottom of the screen. The information is also on our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. You can register for the online classes that I teach. We do the classes live. All the sessions are archived and recorded. So you can go back and watch it anytime. You don't have to join us live in the class. And then you can download you can order my DVD lectures and digital downloads of my presentations as well. So that all will help you and help us as well. Yeah, we know African American History Month is coming up also. Follow us. I just shut down I just deactivated my TikTok account because I ain't doing TikTok. I don't know if I'll go back to it. I'm not sure. But I have downloaded Fanbase, so I'm setting up Fanbase also. Everybody download Fanbase, set that up. That's an African American owned and operated social media platform owned by Isaac Hayes III. Okay, so you can support us here. Register for the online classes I teach Saturdays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Register right here for it. You can do a debit card, credit card, or PayPal. Download our class lesson plan here. We have our Cash App right here, $, the AHN show. So if you type it into Cash App, type in the full tag, $, the AHN show, SHOW, because there's some fake ones out there, and they'll come up before you type in all of it. Okay. Ours, it will say Michael, and it may show my picture there. Okay. So we have a QR code here, and this shows it also right here, this graphic here. And then paypal.me/the AHN show through PayPal. And I know through PayPal, you can set it up for a recurring contribution if you want to. We definitely appreciate that as well.
I can't remember if you can do that set up for a recurring contribution through Cash App. Okay. All right. Look, we have to get out of here. Hopefully you learned a lot today, because this is a lot of work to put all this together. Hopefully you learned a lot today. Remember, at the African History Network, we focus on educating, empowering, and inspiring people of African descent throughout the diaspora and around the world, because right now it's corrects wrong behavior. It's not over till we win. Wakanda forever. And